Hey guys, thanks so much for coming back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Sarah. If you are not new, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. So this is the first one I've done all year long. So I was mixing up some foundation. I had a little bit left of one bottle, and so I was doing a little bit of a frankening process. And so I wanted to film a get ready with me using that mixed up foundation. So if you are interested in seeing how my Franken foundation applied and dried down and all of that, then stick around and keep on watching. I'm so excited to film this get ready with me. This is the first one I've done all year. It's September 1st. So, all right, I'm gonna clip my hair back, and I got these little creaseless clips from a set at Aldi, of all the places. I was very surprised to see that. So I know one of my very, very first videos, I think I was doing my makeup, and then while I was doing it, full on just got foundation all in my hair. So, and then I filmed like a TikTok or an Instagram reel or something, and the caption or the search ended up being "girl who doesn't clip her hair back to do makeup." And I was like, oh, well, okay then. So anyway, my hair is clipped back, right? And let's go ahead and get started. So I've got my foundation that I just mixed up. So hopefully you can see that down in the bottom of the bowl. So I was trying to use up my Il Makiage foundation. I'm really trying to use up all of my foundations because I have, I think I still have 11 or 12. Now flashback to my complexion product inventory video, and I think I had like 30. That's a lot. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use the spatula that I mixed it all up with because it's already on there. Why not? Ooh, that's a lot. I have my skincare on already. I didn't do any primer. I have not really been doing primer lately. Ooh, okay, that dried down. And then we're gonna get a little bit on my brush, and let's see how I did with the color match. So super excited to have that Il Makiage foundation done, empty, out of my collection now. What's crazy is that when I first got it in this video is that it was too dark, but this was in like April, question mark? I think it was April. So had not been in the sun yet. And thankfully this summer I have had lots and lots of opportunities to be out in the sunlight. I love summer when I can be in a body of water. I don't love hot weather unless I can be in a body of water. Otherwise I want to be inside, stay cool. I don't want any of that. But I love summertime because it gives our family a break from school. I get to be home with my kids. And we get to do all kinds of activities that we don't normally get to do during the school year. So I'm very thankful for summertime with a slower pace with my family. Okay, so that's all on. That I spent a really long time blending that out, but what do we think? Like this, coming down here, down here, right? Does it look mostly cohesive? Like this face belongs on this body and it's not like an orange or yellow mask up here. I don't know. It might still be a little warm. but that's okay. Now I'm thinking like, hang on, how do I how do I save this little bit of foundation that's still in here? Because that's probably it's probably at least another day or two that I could use it. I don't know, we'll see. Did I just waste a whole bunch? I didn't want to waste it. Here, hang on, we'll go a little bit more full coverage and add a little bit more. I'm not gonna go too much on the nose because I do still want a little bit of my freckles to show through. I'll add a little bit more here on the sides. All right, I think that's okay. I think that's working. I think that'll do. Okay, now we're gonna move on to concealer. I'm not trying to spend a ton of time on my makeup, but I can't seem to do anything except a full face. So that's okay. That's what we're gonna do. I was able to post a little bit of like my summer on Instagram, a little bit on TikTok. We were able to take our kids along with some extended family on a family cruise this summer. So we got to leave out of Florida and go to the Bahamas and then Costa Maya and Cozumel over in Mexico. And we had an absolutely amazing time. Like, the kids loved every bit of the cruise. They were like, can we do another one? And I was like, I would love to do another one because I love to be in the water, on the water. I love how on a cruise it is like an all-inclusive resort. I've never been to an all-inclusive resort. I imagine it's like an all-inclusive resort, and you get to go to different places while you're like at the resort. So like I mean, there's entertainment, the food is fabulous. My daughter made a friend while we were out there, so she had a little vacation bestie, super cute. So I think they were the same age. And so they were like hanging out whenever we were not in the port. And then like we were in the port and we saw each other, so that was fun. All the kids loved being on the ship. There was like a little water park area for the kids. They liked going to like the kids club childcare area after dinner, so they wanted to go there and hang out with other kids. And so my husband and I got the evenings to ourselves, and so we could like hang out with our family or go do stuff on our own. Like, it was awesome. So we had a great time. The kids had a great time. Our extended family members, they all had a great time too. And it was so fun to be able to do that as like a family vacation, with grandparents and aunts and uncle and cousins and stuff. Because then everybody's nearby, but like if they want to go off and do something different while we're in the port or on the ship or whatever, they can. So I absolutely loved being on our cruise this summer. I cannot wait. Hopefully we can book another one. We'll see. We're trying to book another family one this summer. We went with some of my husband's family, and so we're gonna go with them again, hopefully this summer. And then I'm hoping to get my dad out there with us too. So that'll be fun. All right, we'll see how this turns out, by the way. I haven't used this powder in a good while, especially with the puff. This is the Givenchy. My pronunciation is going to be terrible, and I apologize profusely to anybody who speaks French. Prisme Libre. So this one. But it's a mini, so I wanted to try it out and see how it is. I've been trying it out. Let's see, this is the mattifying and blurring setting loose powder in the shade 02 Satin Blanc, and like it has a little bit of like a shimmer, well, I guess like a satin effect. Oh my gosh, yeah, Satin Blanc, that makes sense. I don't love the satin effect for under my eyes. And I don't really use this I only use this really for setting under my eyes. Now I've tried it with a brush and I feel like I like that better. Not sure why I went with the puff again today, but that's where we're at. Probably just because it was in the cap. So since it's there, I guess we'll use it. Since I'm not going anywhere today, we're gonna go ahead and use these items that I am kind of second guessing. So this is the Ciate London, what is this? Extraordinary Translucent Powder. Yeah, so loose translucent setting powder. It says translucent. It is very pale. Like, it is pure white. And I feel like it definitely lightens whatever my foundation is that I've done. So let's see. That'll be a good one for the bloopers. Oh my God. Yeah, if you compare here to up here, this is lighter. This powder definitely lightens you up. Just throwing that out there. Now, it was perfect when I went to that Edgar Allan Poe speakeasy back at the end of March, and I was going for the Victorian, Gothic look. It was perfect for that. I used like my lightest foundation shade and this powder and just laid it on thick, and then like a super dark lip. It was so much fun. That seems like way more of an October, November thing, but that's when they were in town. So I was super glad to get to go. It was a lot of fun. Would definitely do again. So there's foundation, concealer, and powder. Let's move on to bronzer. Okay, so I've got my Shades by Shan bronzer in the shade Walnut. This is, I think this is the only bronzer that does not have a pan yet. So I'm trying to use this especially in the summertime when this works better for me. So let's see if we can get some progress on this and eventually hit a pan. Wouldn't that be fun to have pan in all of my bronzers? Yeah, that's a really nice bronzer. I do have to be careful that I'm not picking up too much, but it does blend out really nicely. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Face Duo in the shade Pomegranate. I'm gonna use that highlight. Huh, I feel like I remember that being a whole lot more impactful before. Let's build it up. Who am I kidding? I am not sad about building up a highlighter. All right, are we equally glowy, highlighted? All right, time for blush. We're gonna do a fun summer color while I still can. Let's get that to blend some more. That went on heavy. Balance it out. Here we go. And just a little bit across the nose. There's that. Let's get some brows. Okay. Trying to go kind of quick because I still have other videos that I want to record. Ooh, ruh-roh. Is this? Oh, I think this is running out. Yeah. Yeah, that's not laying anything down. Okay. Well, that's empty. Time to go on to the other one. Be right back. Okay, here's the backup. Lift and Snatch brow pen in black. So the other one was gray black. I haven't tried a ton of brow pens, but this next one is so good. I do want to try the one from L'Oreal that's got like the little 2 prongs at the end. That's become like the more popular style. And so I want to try that one out and see what the difference is between that and just the like brush tip pen for your brows. Oh, come on. Okay, so we got that open. Fresh brow pen. Let's brush these up again. There we go. Nice and easy. Now, comment down below, did any of you guys try the brow mapping filter on TikTok? Like, I saw some women full on remove 10 years off of their face just by changing the way that they did their brows. It's like, holy cow. They are not kidding when they say that, like, we can shapeshift. If the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church. You guys remember that? Okay, so before, after. So I'm going to the side of my nose, like the side of the bulb part of my nose. And that's where I am starting my brow. So I have quite a bit of distance to cover here in the front. You guys, who let us loose with brow tweezers back in the 90s and the early 2000s? Ugh. Okay, and on out to the side. Oh, that's a little heavy. Whoops. Let's see if we can save that. Okay, I feel like that's better. Let me check. That's better. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna set those down with some brow glue. Did that just mess up the front of my brow? I feel like I did. I feel like I messed it up. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit more to the front of that side. Just a little. Okay, that's it. I'm not doing any more. Leave it alone. Okay, so there's that. All right, we're gonna do a quick 2 shadow eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna go into my Urban Decay Born to Run palette. So this is part of my project pan. I am working on the shade Guilt Trip. So we're gonna put that in the outer corner and the crease. So we're gonna start in the outer corner where it's gonna be the darkest. And I'm just using a nice fluffy blending brush because I don't want this to be super deep and dark, but it is going to be our depth to give some dimension. Okay, so once like most of that color is out in the outer corner, then that's when I'm gonna start bringing it in and across the crease. Okay, now I don't wanna go any higher than that. I already feel like it's too high, but what I'm gonna do is take a blending shade. So I'm taking a shade that's similar to my skin tone, and then I'm gonna blend right here at the top where I went way too high. So I'm kind of like almost erasing it. That's just softening that up. And minimizing how high I went up. Now, I've been kind of curious. So the blending shade that I'm using is a matte, and Guilt Trip is more of a satin. And I wonder if when I blend that matte into the satin, it kind of makes it become patchy. Now, I typically have trouble right here on my eyebrow or on my brow bone getting shadows to blend. So that's not unusual. But I'm just wondering if having those two different formulas plays a role. Okay, it still feels a little high. Bring some more of this blending shade. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try and put the purple color just on the very, like on the bottom half of the brush, and then pop that in the outer corner so that there's not quite so much of the dark purple going on. Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Duh. I gotta zoom in. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said this was the first, like, get ready with me that I've filmed all year. So as I've been doing my, like, Project Pan updates, I will, like, film the products that I'm working on when it gets to the end of the month, you know, so when it's time to, you know, see what the progress is, what progress has been made. And then I'll go back later and, you know, upload those to the computer, put them in order, and then do voiceovers to talk about usage and what goals have been met and things like that. So it's been a long time since I've sat and like filmed a whole continuous video all in one go. And then I'll also film like the introduction of the update and all of that separately. So it's a very it's a very disjointed process, but if you saw let's see, Project Pan update number, if you saw Project Pan update number 6, then you will have seen where I said, yeah, I've just been recording where I can and then uploading where I can. Okay, so there's the crease done, laid down and blended out. And then I'm just gonna put down my Makeup Revolution palette, this light purple shade down here. That is also in my Project Pan, and that is going to be the lid shade. So I'm just gonna take a little flat brush, pick up a ton of this eyeshadow, and then just pack that right on. So we're pressing that onto the eyelid. Pressing, patting, moving it toward the outer corner to meet up with the darker purple. Now, after all that blending, it's not nearly as dark as it could be. So this has been a really easy 2 shadow purple look. And it's not like a crazy purple, definitely still like office appropriate, everyday wearable. At least I think so. No, I'm not just adding some more so that I can make more progress on my Project Pan. Why would you ask that? Now, I do like to build this one up because I love a good shimmer. And this one's okay for, you know, drugstore makeup, or at least drugstore. Oh, I thought I hit pan. I did not, but I'm getting close. I do like that shadow a lot. It's very pretty, light. It's not, like I said, not overwhelming, I don't think, for like an everyday look or an office look or, you know, any kind of professional environment. I hope I was in the frame while I was doing that. Let's go ahead and throw on a liner. So I've been using a brown liner. This is the NYX Epic Ink liner. in the shade Dark Chocolate. So it's a brown felt tip liner. We're gonna use a little mirror so that I can hold that. We're looking down at the mirror. We're using the side of the liner and pressing that down on the lash line. Now I do kind of drag it out a little bit as I press it down. But if winged liner makes you nervous, just use it as like a little stamp, right? Do a stamping, pressing motion. Then when you get to the outer corner, we're gonna follow the bottom lash line and go up towards the tail of the brow with just a little flick. And then bring it back and connect. Voila, winged liner. Now, I like to let that dry down while I am doing my lips. That way when I go back to curl my lashes and add mascara, it's not picking up the eyeliner that I just put down. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this lipstick because it's in my hand. It's got such a nice, like, vanilla scent to it. It's the Milani, well, it's the Milani, I think it was the Color Fetish line in the shade Peony. So, really pretty, and I've used a lot of it, so it's almost to the end. I like it a lot because it's a nice cool tone pink color, and it goes with the cool tone purple really well. So, do just a quick little blend. I'm gonna take a clean-ish brush and blend right here. I felt like I saw a pretty distinct line of shimmer and then no shimmer. So what I want to do is let the shimmer gradually fade out into the matte crease color, or satin, and then the matte transition color. Now time for mascara. And I try to get right up to my lash line. I'll give these a fair few squeezes at the base of the lashes. Now, what I've been doing is, some of my eyeliner is still lifting, so we'll touch that up. Anyway, what I've been doing is using the waterproof L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal mascara. I picked that up this summer so that I could try it out. This is going on its 3rd month. I opened it at like the end of June. Today's September 1st, so it's all of July, all of August, end of September. It'll for sure, if it hasn't like completely dried up by then, for sure be time to get rid of this mascara. But anyway, I put the waterproof down first so that it'll hold the curl. Although this might not make it till the end of September. That's okay. Yeah, this is feeling really dry. Like, oh yeah, this is not gonna make it to the end of September. Okay, well now that that's finally on, give it just a second to start to dry down, and then I'm topping it with this little sample mascara that I have. I don't really like this formula. I don't like washable mascaras because they always take the curl out of my lashes. So must use waterproof first, and then I'm putting this on top. So I wanted to see if it would help like add volume to the Paradise Big Deal one. Like on its own, the Paradise Big Deal one, you know, when it was fresher, did a pretty good job. for volume. I definitely feel like this helps. That side my eyeliner didn't lift, at least not nearly as much. Maybe a tiny bit. Maybe this side needed a little bit longer to dry. So the only thing I'm doing after this is filming another Project Pan intro. So I figured today would be a good day to kind of test out that like Franken foundation that I mixed up. And then like, it is okay if I'm not using all of my favorite things because I'm not going out in public. I have not been doing bottom lash mascara lately, but I think we will go ahead and throw some on. How is this dried out so fast? Ooh, okay, last thing, I get to try out my NYX The Face Glue Setting Spray. I have used up all of my other setting sprays, so this is the only one in my collection right now. So we'll try this out. Do a test spray first. Ooh, okay, hang on. We'll go from far back. Ooh. Okay, that is a super duper fine mist. When I did the test spray, it looked like it was gonna be a more intense like stream of product, but that was really, really, really a delicate fine mist. All right, nice. And that feels like it's drying down really fast too. Yeah, that feels like it dried down super duper fast. So, okay, let's unclip these. Let's see if we got any creasing. Meh, yeah, not too bad. I think we're good. Okay, there we go. So my my get ready with me face is all done. Ta-da! All right, so I think now that all of it's on, like, I think I did okay with the foundation mixing. Yeah, not too shabby. Well, that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Get Ready With Me. It was a little bit clunky because it's the first one I've done in a really, really long time, but I really had fun sitting down and recording and doing my makeup. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you would like to, subscribe to my channel. That way you can watch more content from me, see more Get Ready With Me's, hopefully, more Project Pan updates. And eventually I'll, film another Allure Beauty Box unboxing because I still have that subscription. I do skip quite a few months, but I have some that I need to unbox. Anyway, thanks so much for watching today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.